Hello everyone, ZT here. Oh, this is Zero Tolerance TV. Fuck, I fucked it up. Ah, well, whatever. Got another tiebreaker here, which is going to be hopefully better than the last one. This is going to be a TVT between BoxeR, who beat The Wind, and I think beat would not quite cover it. I would say he smashed him into the ground. And JoyO, who is off racing again. Maybe he's actually a Protoss player? I don't know, man. We are on Sin Game going. You know, he might just be scared of playing a TVT against BoxeR, which I guess I can't blame him. And I guess he's just like a two-race player or something. Definitely don't blame him for playing Protoss on Paradox. One, I think Protoss is just probably busted on that map. And two, yeah, I don't know, but Protoss busted on that map. I don't know why I had... I don't even know why I said one. But, yeah, whatever. So, JoyO up in the top right, BoxeR in the bottom right. So we've got close spawns here. I'm interested to see what JoyO's plan is here. I wonder if he's... I think he's a Terran main. That's my guess. But yeah, I don't know. He might just be like a two-race player, which is not unreasonable. Gotta play what you think is your best. TVT is tough to play. Can be quite punishing. Just with how siege tanks work. If your opponent has a siege tank position and you accidentally walk into it, or they drop on your tanks or something, you can kind of just lose the game in one moment. Little more forgiving for Protoss in this matchup. But it is BoxeR, so it's not like it's going to be easy no matter what race you play. I think for JoyO, it's probably going to just have to include some luck, no matter what. Well, we'll see what his plan is, I suppose. Quick message here while we're in the beginning of the game. If you enjoy the content, hit that sub button, and I'll give you a shout out if you leave a comment after you do. Much appreciated. As I said before, though, I'm doing this for me. So if you just want to enjoy the content, just want to take a watch, cool. That's awesome too. No hard feelings at all. Imagine being mad at someone because they won't sub you, though. Such a weird thing to say, honestly. Just think about it. It's like, wait, why would I be mad about that? It just seems silly. So both players are in gas, though. Back to this game here. That is a full wall? Wow, that's... Sometimes I see things in this game and I just think, why? Why is it designed this way? Like, who makes a map where you can build two buildings and hard wall off? I just don't get it. BoxeR here is going to be two-thacking. Someone just blow up? Oh, the Dragoon killed the SCV, I think. It looks like. That'd be my guess. JoyO is going into range. And still just the one gateway, though. So he's going to have to make some other sort of tech, or build like two more gateways, or make a nexus or something. Imagine he's starting to bank money if he hasn't done any of those things yet. Yeah. No nexus, that's for sure. Couple goons, but you can definitely make more than one goon at a time with your one base economy. That's a quick siege mode. I wonder if this is an expand then. Usually if you're going to do a siege timing, you have the siege tanks start popping out before you even start siege mode, and you kind of start it when you leave. But if your plan is to expand, then getting siege mode more quickly and maybe delaying your first tank or second tank or whatever by a little bit, kind of more reasonable. Siege is now done. And Vulture's speed is the other upgrade here. No, I don't know. BoxeR's made a third factory, so I do think he's going to be aggressive here. Not sure about this timing. I think he'd have been better off making Vultures first, getting the 2 Vulture upgrades, and then starting his tanks and moving out right as soon as, you know, the 3rd tank is done or whatever. And starting siege mode a little later. Probably a little bit more efficient for your attack. You end up hitting a little bit harder when you do, but whatever. It's BoxeR. This is BoxeR from 2003, so it's kind of reasonable to think that they hadn't quite figured all this stuff out yet. You do see the machine shop spinning there, so it's going to be mines as well with this attack. But yeah, I definitely prefer mines first. You know, mines could be done already. He could be laying mines for his attack at this point. Oh, looks like they are done already. Wow. That is a quick upgrade, damn. BoxeR trying to get up this ramp, but, you know, JoyO's actually doing a pretty decent job of killing the mines. Kills, oh man, I think 3 or 4 of these Vultures have gone down. And this attack just got slapped back. BoxeR really got nothing out of it. All he did was lose, I think, 4 Vultures to get 2 mines down. Like, that is not a good trade for him at all. So, JoyO, so far, in a good spot to hold this attack. Now, siege tanks, if they get into a nice position, it doesn't really matter how many Dragoons you have. They will just kill you. But I kind of expect BoxeR to just start a command center here. This attack is just so unlikely to work. And yeah, he does start the CC. So, kind of a weird game so far. You'd expect that JoyO would be starting his Nexus first after BoxeR went 3-fact, but JoyO is on 3-gate with observers, so he's kind of tacked up a lot. BoxeR trying to get down this ramp, but a good block there by JoyO, and also kills off both those mines. So again, another pretty good defense from him. He doesn't need to get his expansion up or start tacking into something to attack with, and looking at his money, I definitely want it to be a Nexus. Sitting up at 600 minerals is kind of just not okay. He definitely should have started this Nexus already. As is, BoxeR went for a pretty aggressive build and is just going to have a faster expansion as well. So maybe JoyO over giving him a little bit too much respect. Being a little, you know, playing a little bit scared. I know I've definitely been in that position myself where you kind of respect your opponent too much. Playing a little too worried about what's coming. And that is completely understandable when you're playing against someone like BoxeR. Very, very easy to see how a player might give him too much respect. But in a way, you kind of, you know, if it's good to play the way you usually do, you should still play that way against the best players. And that's probably just a psychological thing that's tough to actually overcome when you're playing against someone like BoxeR. But anyway, so this base is now down. SCV's transferred over there. That or BoxeR just hasn't been building any, but you know, it's BoxeR, so he's been building them. Any pro, I think, would have pretty decent SCV production. You'd have to think they'd be better off than what was there. And quick shot of that natural. There they are. The prophecy has been confirmed. But, you know, I think JoyO's still in this game. Stargate. I wonder what this is for. Is there a Citadel of a Dune? No, I don't see one, so I think it's probably carriers. Can't blame a man for going carriers in this matchup. They are real good. Although JoyO did miss micro his carriers pretty hard on that Paradox game. Probably the only reason he actually lost was losing carriers, when really he didn't need to. BoxeR was able to, you know, like drop Goliaths underneath them and stuff like that. Pick them off pretty easily there. And there is the fleet beacon. So yeah, it is going to be carriers. I doubt that he's going to get a fleet beacon so he can get +2 air weapons on Corsairs he hasn't built yet. That seemed highly unlikely. Now, I would like to see this be 2 Stargate. I don't think... Oh, no! You've got to run away! Losing 1 goon for free there is pretty bad for JoyO. Now, I guess it is just the one goon, so not a huge deal. And there's the second Stargate. As I was saying, you definitely... I think you need to be on more than one Stargate, unless your plan is to very slowly transition into carriers. I don't know if that's like... Maybe that's a safer way of doing it or something. You kind of play Gateway Man while also slowly building carriers, but I don't think that's good. I do not think that is good. Now, is that a third Stargate? Yeah, it is, so this is going to be much many Stargate here. That can't be a fourth. That's got to be a pylon. Okay. Third, so yeah, 3 Stargate carrier. I think this makes a lot more sense than 1, for sure. I think you can get away with 2. 2 rounds, you get up to 4 carriers, and that's kind of the number where it starts being relevant. The 3 Stargates, your 2 rounds get you to 6. Which is definitely stronger, but you have a weaker moment, and I wouldn't put it past BoxeR to take advantage of the sort of weaker transition and just kill JoyO with a well-timed attack. I was going to say well-timed timing attack, but that sounds pretty freaking redundant to me. There's anything I don't like, someone who casually writes and reads a decent amount. I hate redundant words. Oh my god. That is a pet peeve of mine, so definitely try not to use them. Nice little pick off there. And there we go, the scan on those carriers, so BoxeR knows what's up. The cat is out of the bag here, and I do think he's going to be unsieging those tanks and walking them forward. That is how you beat this. Yeah, and there they are. That is how you beat carriers. You hit them when they're weak, and I would say JoyO is definitely still in his transition. Just basically this group of goons, that's his whole army, and he just lost 3 of them for free. Might even lose a 4th here. No, it does run away, but it is definitely damaged. Painful for JoyO here. This one Zealot leading takes a lot of the tank shots, but look at this tank line. It's so deep. Doesn't even have legs to deal with this. Some good Zealot bombs there. Gets actually a pretty decent trade on those tanks. He killed quite a few of them. It's kind of looking like he might be able to hold this. It's going to be tough still, but the Zealot bombs were really quite effective, and BoxeR's tank count definitely got lowered there. Some more Zealot bombs going down as the Dragoons run in. Can they pick off that tank? Yes, they do get one of them, but oh man, so many goons going down, and 4 more tanks rally up. Looks like JoyO is just going to abandon this base. It's probably the right choice here. I think his only real shot in this game now is to get up to a decent number of carriers and come out and kill. But you know what? There's actually no Goliaths here. Picks off that SCV that was building the turrets, and there's no extras here. So JoyO kind of might hold this. Honestly, the Nexus does die, but kind of doesn't matter that much. We'll see if he finally ever decides to kill that turret. Love to see the interceptors shoot the thing that shoots up. Okay, he does take it down. Goliath production has started, but this did buy him some time. I think BoxeR was a little late on that transition into Goliath. That is range. I don't know what that shit is called. If you know what the Goliath upgrade is called, go ahead and throw that in the comments. Don't cheat! Don't fucking cheat. I'll know. I will know if you cheat. It's like Chiron thrusters or something. I actually think that might be it. I didn't cheat either. I'm just that good, you know, just that good. So JoyO has restarted his Nexus. Oh wow, hey, nice, couple free tanks here. That is very good for him. Obviously BoxeR is more into Goliath production right now, but the tanks are actually really important for a timing attack against carriers, because if you're just Goliaths and they make like 10 Zealots, or I guess Dragoons are better, it's actually really bad for you. The gateway units just own the shit out of Goliaths. I've talked about that a lot, but it's kind of just true. A couple more turrets getting picked off here by JoyO. This is the type of thing he needs to do. Okay, but BoxeR says, I'm going for the counterattack. Big army running over here. I think he'll be able to deny this natural again, but yeah, JoyO just cancels. So not even that bad. 100 minerals is like whatever. Losing these probes hurts, but I mean, being on one base, it's not a big deal to lose probes because his Mineral efficiency is just, he's oversaturated anyway. And here the carriers are gonna have to do some harass, but yeah, so basically JoyO has to run around with these carriers and get insane value out of them. And he definitely can't let the Goliaths run up under them like this. Every carrier he loses is so painful. That one does barely live. So that's good for JoyO, but even taking damage on carriers really sucks. Just making them more vulnerable for the next fight. But here he goes, picking off some tanks. If he can kill enough of these tanks, maybe with that goon army he can fight off the Goliaths. It's possible, I guess. He's going to have great micro. Oh, that was not good micro. Those Goliaths getting quite a few shots off on the carriers. Didn't lose any. And yeah, I want to see him bounce between the army and BoxeR's base. I think if he can, he basically has to grind BoxeR down. Now, it would be really good if he could get a Probat on the map and maybe get a Ninja expansion going. That is the sort of thing that's really nice with carriers. If you can build a Nexus or two out on the map and start mining from those, you can get a lot of mileage because the Terran army has to more or less stick together to be effective against you. And if they're running all over the map like that, your carriers have a lot of time to get good harassment done. And, oh boy, actually he's about mined out here. This is getting pretty bad for JoyO. His economy is absolutely horrible at the moment. I think he's got like 100 minerals right now too, so it's looking really tough for him. I think BoxeR's going to be able to take this one. Ow, man, and a carrier goes down. So painful. BoxeR here is poised to go up 2-0 in these tiebreakers. I wonder if that's just the end. So neither of these players will be able to catch him at this point. And, oh, who was it? Reach, I think, was like 3-0, so he's definitely already made it through. Decent micro here from JoyO. Using the terrain pretty well to split up the Goliaths and take good trades against them. Sorry for that, those flashes of purple. It is the video feed, so yeah, the first time I thought it was my computer. JoyO's trying to take an engagement here, but no, it's just not going to work. All those Dragoons getting splattered by tanks. Oh no, no mercy from BoxeR. Ends up killing them before leaving the game. Well, yeah, I would like to see JoyO stick to his main race, but I don't know. I guess he feels more confident with Protoss against BoxeR, and I guess I can't blame him. Maybe, you know, BoxeR's TVT, I haven't seen it much, but I have to imagine it's really good. So he might just be terrified of that specific matchup and think BoxeR is a little weaker against Protoss, and so that gives him a better shot at stealing the win, but does not work out this time. BoxeR kind of bopped him both. Well, no, he didn't bop him the first game. The first game JoyO was really close to winning. I would say he got bopped in that game. Other than holding that first Vulture attack, JoyO actually did a pretty good job of that, but other than that, kind of just played scared, and it definitely seemed like BoxeR was outclassing him. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed, and I hope you tune in for the next one.